OGs here in Texas has made it. Kyle Park.
Brody, let's do this thing,
Welcome to Y100. This is actually take two. Our audience is not going to know this. They're not going to see the before.
Would you imagine that this little button gets in the way of finger or something?
We've been doing this for so long, and we had some technical issues. But no, that's neither here nor there. Dude, you made it. You got the new record out. We're so happy to have you. For folks that don't know you, we're going to talk more about how you got started in Texas country, and there's just so many good things that we can talk about today. So
thanks for having me, by the way.
Absolutely, man. You had a nice little drive in from the Hill Country today.
Yep, I live in Fredericksburg these days. My wife and I and our two kids, and I'm from Leander originally, but I've been in the Hill Country now, the true Hill Country, for since 2018. So yeah, 6 years.
Have people started showing up yet? Because some of this is gonna come out before the eclipse and everything like that. So are y'all getting flooded yet by people?
No, not yet, but we're ready. It's happening.
Like a couple more days.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. I have a show Sunday in Fredericksburg.
Okay.
And
where's that at?
At Archway Resorts.
Okay.
It's a new place. It's the same place the Goo Goo Dolls play Monday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna have country night Sunday. Alternative music Monday, and I mean, it's going to be a packed house in Fredericksburg, Kerrville too, San Antonio too, I'm sure.
Oh
but,
yeah, like this part of town. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
I'll be home Monday. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Did y'all stock up on like food and gas and like whatever?
No,
bomb
I'm not
shelter?
that kind of person. We just bought what we need. I don't like that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm no hoarder. Well, actually, I am a hoarder, but not a grocery hoarder.
I think y'all are going to be out though. Come like this weekend, like come like Tuesday, everything's going to be like.
We got diapers. We got diapers, and we got food.
Okay,
we're good.
That's all you need right there. Mm-hmm. Well, hey man, talk a little bit about how you got going in Texas country, and just kind of like what your inspiration was growing up.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've always loved music. I feel like music chose me. I didn't choose music. I remember singing in the car with my dad when I was a kid, like 4 years old, going on the Deer Lease, 5 years old. I knew all the words to like every song. I felt like as a 5-year-old for sure, and I still know way too many words to way too many songs. They don't escape. I can't remember the news or my friends' names or
just music,
dates, man. But lyrics, they don't go away for some reason. Sorry, my friends' names I do. People, strangers' names I meant to say, but. Yeah, I mean, I just and as far as playing music, I started playing guitar when I was 14 years old. My dad passed away when I was 12, and I really feel like the guitar was an outlet for me, whether I knew it or not. Like, I'm sure if I saw a therapist, I'd say that was what was going on for me. Like, it was a way to just deal with the loss, and I think about that a lot too. I don't think I'd be a musician if my dad wouldn't have passed away, and I don't mean that negatively. I just mean that like my dad was a plumber growing up, and just maybe don't take risk type person, like work hard, don't waste your time doing something like play music. And that's not a knock on him. I just kind of can see that. I'd have probably taken over the family business. He was he had his own business, and so but losing him, I feel like it just allowed me to just find something completely just new and artistic, and I mean music is a blessing, it is a curse, right? It's kind of like Kevin Fowler says it's like the mob. Like you're in, you can't get out.
Oh yeah,
it's true. It's like once you're in, you can't get out, and
you're hooked.
But I love it. Like I mean, I didn't choose it; it chose me, and I just somewhere in that formative years, it's when it chose me for sure.
And you were already putting some music out while you were in high school? Is that right?
Yeah, man. I was. My first EP was I was like 15, 16, or 17, sorry, and that got played on the radio in Austin at KVET.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that was awesome. It was like, and it was just like it was full band for sure, but it wasn't my band. It was just some guys I'd never met before, and then
Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just one of the guys I'd met on that session, John Michael Whitby. He ended up giving me his business card and saying, "Hey, if you need a manager someday or want to make a full record, call me and I'll help you produce it." And that's what I did. I called him. Didn't know anybody else. 17 years old. Didn't have any connections in the music business. Nothing like that. And made that first record with. I think I picked my favorite 11 songs of the 35 or 40 I'd written at the time. Mm-hmm. And made the first record.
That's a lot. That's a lot of songs for a
17
dude in high school. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was
awesome.
And then I used my college money. Before my dad passed away, he had put away like, I don't know, it was like I think $20,000 for me to pay for which wasn't enough, but it was like the
Yeah.
time all he was put away. And
That's a good start.
and
though.
then I think I spent the first 10 on college, and then the next 10 during college. I dropped out and told my mom, I said, hey, if this doesn't work by the time I'm 25, I will go back to school 100%. And I ended up buying my first tour bus when I was 25. So
Obviously a good investment to pay for some studio time and stuff like that, right?
So when the first record, allowed me to introduce myself to a few people, and then my second record was paid by angel investors, basically some friends who wanted to see me succeed, and they paid for my second record, and I paid them back with album sales when that used to be a thing.
Yeah.
And then I've owned and produced every record since.
It's great to be able to own your own product.
Never
and
had a record
everything.
label.
Yeah.
Never had a label my whole life. Never. I'm totally independent. Never. Yeah. I mean, I've been to Nashville to write songs and those things, but I've never recorded in Nashville. Never had a label deal. I'm proud to say. So.
It's amazing how you can do that in Texas, and
Texas,
how
baby.
other Texans support you. Other people
For
come
real.
to Texas, and they're like, we want to hear the real deal. So
What a beautiful thing. I mean, I'm not against either direction.
Oh, yeah.
It's just cool to. I mean, it's not even the pride. It's just like it does feel like maybe it's that risk adverse thing my dad has instilled in me. It's like it's cool to. There's no risk when I own it all. It's like well, if the risk is on me versus just taking that jump that might not be necessary. Really.
well, and just being able to do that here in Texas and have that support and us to have that scene. And you were at Texas State. Were you like slinging mixtapes at Texas State basically?
Oh, it was CDs, but yeah, it was.
Like you had albums out though?
Sure.
While you were there, what like you were 1 or 2 in or what?
I had one.
Okay.
And then
Was that first one?
Yeah. Then I quit school, and then I had the second album.
But you were still
out.
probably going up there
But I was-
tailgating like
Sure.
that's what I was doing.
No.
I only went for a semester, but I'm going up to Texas State to tailgate, and I keep hearing about this Kyle Park guy.
I had 2 roommates who were in fraternities there, and like I swear I went to more fraternity parties than they did because I was playing music at every single one of those. I mean, I remember being in a couple of fraternity houses like on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Just standing up and yelling, singing as loud as I could, and then for 4 or
Bring
5
your
songs.
guitar, plug in, yeah.
And then or don't plug in, just sing
go
loud.
for it, yeah.
We'll sing along. I did that. Then a couple of tailgates on the side of the hill, and then it went to river parties and and in the inner tube playing guitar. But yeah, just and then.
You're talking about Bikini Hill?
And
You
then
talking about
start making
Bikini Hill
money.
over there?
We didn't have Bikini Hill.
Oh,
I don't know
wow,
what that
okay.
was. But wink, wink. No. And then start making money. Well, I played Jack's Roadhouse. I played a couple of bars. It was one place called Katy Station in San Marcos.
Okay.
And then one place called Jack's Roadhouse, and I played there when I was 18, 19, and 20 for a long time until I turned 21.
Were those at the square or were they just over in
No,
town?
they were off the square. They were
Okay.
just on the side roads. But
Yeah.
yep, it was just
San
good times.
Marcos has grown a lot, but yeah, that was
Totally
good times
different.
back then.
I wonder how big the population is now. The student population. It was like,
it's got to be crazy.
it was like 28 or 29,000 when I was there. I think it's like almost 40,000 now, or
lo-
35,000.
As long as they can survive like the climb like up the hill and
Yeah.
cuz that's some serious cardio right there. I don't even think I'm built for that anymore.
Man, I can't do it anymore either.
Dude, that's so crazy.
I played at Jones Dining Hall in Texas State. I
Yeah.
played everywhere in that place.
You're like Texas State legend though.
Hey, I mean, there's Randy Rogers did it too. He played a bunch there too. There's a few more. God, who am I blanking? There's one more
I need to
person I'm
break
blanking
down
right
the
now.
alumni like who went
Well,
where.
George,
I need
of
to put like a
course. I
little
mean,
map together. That's right.
George
Yeah.
Strait was the OG, right? That's talking about OGs.
I think George graduated though, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Randy did too.
That was not a dig by any means.
Oh,
but,
yeah, right,
But I
exactly.
mean, like sometimes you just gotta,
I think
you know.
both those guys did.
Dang.
But whatever. I still might. By the way, I applied to Southwest Texas, and I went to school at Texas State University. They're
Like-
the same one. Yeah.
Like
back
it
in the day.
changed like
It
in the
changed
middle
in
of that
03.
whole
Yeah,
process.
It was Southwest Texas in 2003. That's when it changed, and that's when I started going to school there. So
Okay.
in theory, I had the option of having either or on my diploma.
Oh, very cool.
but now I have neither. So one of these days I'll get there, maybe.
Yeah, go back if you want to. Like obviously, like well, you don't need it.
How do you get those honorary diplomas? How
Just go
how
speak at
successful
graduation
do you have to
or
be to
something.
get those honorary diplomas?
They haven't invited you to go speak. They haven't given you like
I've
an
spoken-
honorary doctorate or something.
I've spoke a couple of times, but I didn't receive anything except an applause,
That's something.
a light applause at that.
That's something to be proud of. I don't know. We might have to go back up to Texas State and see what's going on over there.
Come on,
So,
T-State.
Fun, man.
I'm your boy.
Well, hey, you got album number 7 out now, All Nighters. Talk about that a little bit and what went into making all that.
Took all night to make that one, man. It's exactly. No, it's. I'm very proud of it. I co-wrote every song or wrote every song. Produced it again. It's my favorite songs from this record. I chose. I don't know what I think. 12 from 10 or 12. I can't remember now. 12 from again 30 or 40 songs I had in the list and. I don't have hundreds of songs to choose from. I feel like I write about 50 a year, 40 a year, something like that. But I've also got songs from the past that I just chose not to record that didn't fit that record.
Yeah.
And so, like, this record just really felt like more of like a, not spiritual, but like just more of like a from the heart type record, like the last one was. And
obviously, all of them kind of came together, though.
They did. They all have that same feel. Like a lot of times too, I have like certain musicians in mind, and I think, oh, these songs would fit that musician real well, and it would fit this session real well. And also, I don't record all 12 songs in like one batch. Usually, I'll do like 4, one quarter or this few months and finish those, and these 4 these over a few months. It's easier to digest that way as a producer for me, but and so yeah, it's like how am I feeling at that time? These 4 songs really hit me hard, and sometimes I'll record 4 or 5 and only keep 1 or 2 that day.
Yeah.
Kind of thing too. So with this record, no, I think there's like all my records, I try to make it for everyone, a song for everyone. Like there's definitely love songs. There's definitely songs that make you feel good about just being alive, being a country music fan. There's drinking songs. There's party songs.
Yeah. A little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, man. Always. I just continue to refuse to be the artist that tries to make the same song over and over. Even though I think my songs have the similar feel to them. I've recorded Cajun songs. I've recorded 50s songs. I've recorded pop country, traditional country, and blues country. And it's like, I love it all. I love music.
The great thing about us Texans is we can really just kind of do whatever we want to
Yeah,
do as Texans. God bless Texas. So in that, we're baptized in a way that like we can kind of just create whatever we want, and obviously that automatically has that Texas stamp on it.
Man, amen. I don't want to take away from Texas at all, but truth is too, it's also like it's 2024 and look at country music today. It's like the fact that I don't want to name any one artist to pick on anybody, but the fact that certain artists can be all on the same station or on the same stage is baffling. It's like, that person does not sound the same as that person or that person or that person. It's like, so is that has to be what's great about the genre, not what's bad about the genre. It's what's great about the genre. It's like we can all, let's name a few people, right? Like, I don't think that Cody Johnson sounds anything like blank. Honestly, that's perfect. I love Cody's music, and I don't have to love the other people's on the radio's music, but they're on the same station. They're all sharing the same world, and that's fantastic.
We're always a little more proud though, like when our guys are extremely successful. I feel like, and then we have other friends too, but man, like. Really does start with Texas though. So like when Cody, got a number 1 just here recently with like The Painter, we're like, yeah, Parker's gonna have like another number 1 this week. So I just that's crazy.
Cody and Parker's a great example. Yeah. 2 great artists, great Texans, great friends, and they sound nothing alike, but they're on the same station, and it's like that's what's great about country music.
Yep. And we play them a ton. We're probably spin leader on both of their most recent songs though too.
And I don't think I sound like those guys either. I don't think that. All of my peers sound like each other, but that's why we all have,
Well,
God
I think
bless
people
Texas.
Definitely know, like, oh, this is Kyle Park. They recognize your voice because your voice is very unique. But there's so many people in Texas that have carved their own lane, though. And you're right, everybody can sound a little different, but it all sounds like us, though. And that's what makes up this Texas sound that we have.
It does sound authentic. It doesn't sound like somebody else I know that other people write songs and this and that, but like it does sound like Texas artists, like that's the song that fits me, the song that I would choose. No one made me sing that song. That's why I love being independent for myself, but and writing my own songs. It's if you don't like that song you heard me sing, well, that's my song.
Well, let me give you another one.
Yeah, exactly. I also produced it. I also wrote it, and I also sang it, and I also played guitar on it, and that's it.
Yeah. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Talk about Broken Heart Like That. That's the one we're playing right now.
Yeah, man. I think it's my 10th number one in a row, and at least 9th. So, and then 5th off the new record. That I had the idea for this song. I was on stage, no kidding. Had the idea for this song. I saw a girl. She had her hands.
Oh no.
Had her arms crossed.
I've seen her before.
Sad.
Yeah.
She had her arms crossed, and then like as soon as I saw her, I saw a guy walk up to her, and her attitude just changed and lit up. Her smile, and it's like, and I just kind of thought it may have been her boyfriend or her husband, whatever. But I just thought like, man, what did he just say to change her mind? What was his pickup line? And I thought like maybe he said, "Hey girl, what's you get a broken heart like that?" And she laughed about it, and it's like, hey, that was a pretty good pickup line, Kyle. Like and I've never used it, of course, right? I'm a married man, but it was like that could be a song. That could be a really good song. So yeah, I mean, I told like we have a little talkback mic on the stage. Like, I told my guy, hey, write this down, before I forget it, and went back on the bus and kind of messed with it a little bit, and then took the idea to two of my favorite writers, Phil Barton and Brian White, and we finished the song in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and
Love that.
over the phone,
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, just being out, playing shows, being at the honky tonks and everything like that, it's like you're part of this lifestyle, and you see the different things going on, and you can very easily take inspiration from these little moments and connecting with people
For sure.
over these things. So like that's incredible right there.
That was the first time I've done that, like on stage. I remember like writing songs in class when I was in high school, like this. And I remember I've written songs on the road and driving, and I've written songs in the shower, kind of, but like that was the first, because to be truthful, I should be focused on the performance in hand and not should be writing songs.
Yeah.
And I just those shows were just looking around and it's like, and that like why is that person not having a good time was my first thought.
Yeah.
And then it happened so fast, and then like oh.
People are funny like
okay,
that.
yeah,
They, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure I missed the words of the song I was singing too, because I was in my own world for 4 or 5 seconds. But anyway, that's it. Really feels great playing that song live too. It's a comfortable song. And that's one, like, I don't think I have a song like that, but it really feels like a lot of my other songs, I guess. So
Everybody needs to know now, if they come to a Kyle Park show, then they need to not be having that RBF going on or whatever it is. And
I don't think she was mad. Maybe she was mad. I don't know. I just think it was more. I mean,
do not make eye contact with this man.
What song was I singing? Maybe she was mad at me for singing a certain song. Maybe it was a bad song.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'll think about that one.
Well, you got another song out of it, so it all worked out. And you were just at Thirsty Horse Saloon like not too long ago. They sponsored the show, so shout out to everybody at Thirsty Horse.
Love Thirsty Horse.
And dude, the back porch was packed. We were out there. I was inside DJing for a little bit, and then I came out there. We didn't get to talk that night. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But dude, that was a good one. That was definitely one for the books right there.
So the back porch is new for me. I've been playing there since I think 2017. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe 16 or 18, but a long time now, and inside for a long time. That outside stage is jamming, though. That's really, really fun, and the crowd seemed to love it outside. And I've noticed that it seems like more and more venues are leaning towards the outside world now, and I'm all about it. It's good outside.
The neighbors down the road, like they complain sometimes because it's so loud.
Even better.
There. So,
just kidding. Sorry,
but we're
neighbors.
like, hey, like, sorry, like, deal with it.
Hey,
move.
I love the in the sky. I'll have that big.
Oh yeah, they have
what
the
is
laser
that?
on the water tower.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's good advertisement.
I think they had to turn it off though for some reason. I don't know. Like NASA was upset, or I don't know what was going on with all that.
Dadgum NASA.
But it's all good. What else is coming up show wise for you, man, around here?
Oh, around here, I don't know. I'm so bad about that. I know where I've got Fredericksburg coming up for the Eclipse, and I've got
get your parking spot now.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know, but I'll tell you. Go on my website, kylepark.com. I do want to mention that I have another band called the Texas Trio, and we are a Western swing band, and we've been around for 3 or 4 years, but our debut album comes out May 17th, and it's I think it's got 10 songs on it. Half are some cover songs, old Western swing, like a George Strait song, a Bob Wills song, a Red Steagall song, and then the other half are some songs I've written with Jason Roberts and John Michael Whitby, and it's really fun. It is I love Western swing, old school music. I mean, I'm a big George Strait fan, and he's a big Bob Wills fan. Merle Haggard, big Bob Wills fan. All these things, and friends and I got together, played a few gigs for fun, just for like backyard parties.
Yeah.
And no kidding, we thought, what if we just put a record out? We did this on the side, and we did it.
It was like Josh has his like side project, and
A lot like
a
that.
lot of folks are doing this. There's a Casey, Randy, Wade, and Pat Green song that we're playing right now.
I've
And
heard that one.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
collaborations happening. So this is definitely the time to do that. And then what it does is like just makes this Texas country thing just that much bigger.
Well, yeah, the band is, again, Jason Roberts. He's two-time Grammy Award-winning fiddle player. He was asleep at the wheel for 20 years. He is now the leader of Bob Wills' Texas Playboys.
Okay.
I mean, he is like Bob Wills' reincarnation. And then John Michael Whitby has been with George Strait, playing keys for 20 years now as well.
Yeah.
And was my manager for almost 20. And yeah, it's a great band, and we can. Together we can play thousands of songs. And the set list is never the same. But with this new album out, I mean, the goal is not to go out there and hit the road 150 days a year.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we have our own things going on.
Kiddos.
Yeah, and plus I've got my own career still. I'm not taking away from that. It's a passion project turned. Let's just do this and more often and advertise it and let the world know about it. And that's what we're doing.
Well, obviously you guys can show up and y'all could play anything and y'all could go all night and just honky tonk and that like not everybody can do that.
Man,
you
that's
know?
the goal. We don't rehearse that often. We do, of course, when we have big shows coming up. But like for example, we have this song that's going to come out this year, not on the record, but on record number 2. That's again future.
Yeah.
But it's called More Than Just a Wall. And we wrote that about the memorial wall. We played in Austin for the Fallen Officers Memorial a couple of years ago, and we thought it'd be great to write a song for the event. And man, I'm telling you, it's like the best song I've ever written, and it's so powerful and meaningful. And that's going to come out, and I can't wait for the world to hear that song when it comes out too.
Please
So,
get that
yeah,
to
man,
us.
It's a huge song. I think around maybe. Actually, Veterans Day it might come out.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, like something in the fall, because there's a couple things where that might be like very appropriate to play on Texas Made.
Anyhow.
Something you were talking about was just having all these songs and you write 40 or 50 a year, but you've got this stockpile already. Maybe there's some other things advice-wise you could give some of the guys that are still on the come up, because obviously you're just constantly writing. So aside from that, what else would you say?
That's
would you offer as advice?
Man, I'm not good at advice. I'm not. I feel like my advice ages poorly. But yeah, writing it's never bad advice to just write. I mean, I know it's like you feel like everyone says the same thing, but writing is like working out. The more you do it, the stronger you get. I was told that when I was a teenager, and I took it to heart, and I wrote a bunch of bad songs until they got a little bit better and a little bit better. And you learn from every song. You learn like that felt better to do this versus doing that like I did my last song. And then you play them in front of people. And sometimes I write a song and I think it's great until I go and play it in front of a crowd. And halfway through I'm like, no, this ain't it. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes I'll write a song and think, I don't know, but let's just try it. Halfway through you go, damn, this is it really works. It's catchy and you just didn't even know what's going to happen. And like, yeah, and there's no wrong way to write a song. Like, you can do it by yourself. You can do it collaboratively. You can write about things that happen in your life. You can write about just random ideas. But you have to. I don't think you have. I mean, you can be a great singer.
Exercise that.
Yes, if you want to be a writer, you have to do it all the time, and just don't give up. Because I recall saying to myself and to someone else, like, I've tried. It's hard. I can't do it. And they're like, no, you got to keep trying. Like, it will only get easier. It won't get harder. You have to keep trying. And like that advice did age well, because it's true. Like now, I don't write as often as I used to. I mean, I used to write every day. Now I write, every once a week maybe, or sometimes less, or once.
Still.
Like this
Still
week,
even once a week though. Like
yeah.
How many people do that?
Maybe
how
not.
many people don't do that? Probably a lot more.
Like this week, I wrote today, and I write tomorrow and Thursday again.
See?
And that's a good week for me. But then I won't write next week, and then I'll take some time off and these things. But yeah, you gotta. But again, I think I have more winners these days than I have losers, because it's the muscles flexing.
Yeah, you're practicing.
And those guys in Nashville who write 2 a day and 3 a day, I know like that guy. Phil Barton and Brian White, they write 2 and 3 a day every single week. And it's like, how are those guys not just cranking out hit after hit? Well, they are, but somehow they go unheard, and it's just and they're not the artist recording them, and it's crazy. But yeah, there's thousands of songs being written every day, and be a part of that, man. Yeah, you can do it.
Absolutely. I think that's good advice for everybody right there. Couple of other things. Are you going to Kyle Fest again? Are you trying to? Because you were there last year, right?
Actually,
and I saw that they're going to do that again.
So Check
the
it out.
people, all the Kyles get together.
I was the ambassador of Kyle for a moment. I didn't make the festival, unfortunately, so I wasn't even there. I didn't make the Guinness record because of me. Probably, I'm just kidding. But no, I don't know. I think I have a gig again, and I can't. Again. Yeah, it's like I hate that I need to be booked, but that's kind of how it comes down sometimes. Like I can't.
If we're one Kyle short. One of my middle names is Kyle, so I don't think I qualify.
There's a short joke there somewhere. I'm like trying to find one Kyle short. Maybe that's the song I write for the city.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. We're creating stuff here.
That's
one
funny.
Kyle short. Yeah. Well, that blows. So we will not be looking for you up there. I probably won't make it up there anyway. But I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's May something. I didn't. Yeah. I just saw something on it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I thought about you because I knew you were coming in.
I played the Pie in the Sky Festival. That's in September. I did that a couple of times, and I couldn't make. That's what it is in May. May's a busy time for us.
Yeah, no doubt. There's a bunch of stuff coming up. Let's do one more thing, and we'll close out our Texas Made podcast episode here. Something for everybody when they're on the show for the first time. It's called "That's What I Like About Texas." Top 3 things that you like about Texas. This is the Kyle Park edition.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Top 3 things. Let's see. I'll go back to, number 1 would probably be just deer hunting. You can do it other places, but to me, just Texas deer hunting. That's why I grew up doing it. And it's not just about the hunting. It's about the camaraderie. It's about the campfire at night. It's about the stories. It's about the daytime, driving around and filling feeders and BSing and just eating. It's like I love the idea of working hard all year to go spend a bunch of money to live like primitive, and just rough it and go. And I don't know.
Are you talking mainly bow hunting though?
No, I've been rifle hunting my whole life too, and I need to get more into bow hunting. It's just more hobbies that I've got time for, whatever.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess this sounds like very sports, but yeah, 2 is the hill country. I mean, it's I said sports. I skipped one, but it's the hill country. I love. It's the topography, because you have the hill country. You have the ocean right there. You have the Gulf. And you have the freaking big old mountains out there in the west, and you have the pines out east. It's so. Right now, the wildflowers are beautiful. I just don't know how you beat. The topography here in Texas, but the hill country specifically. That's because I'm from the hill country, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. I wouldn't choose the coast over the hill country. I wouldn't choose the mountains. This is God's country. It's the best, and that might be number 1. It's just, it's yeah, man, God's beautiful. Great. Yeah, he did it right here. And then,
sports.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say golf because I love to play golf, but I really should have said sports was 1 because I love to hunt, I love to fish, I love to play golf. There's some of the best of all that, and by God, high school football in Texas. It should be sports. I should have said number 1, and then 3. You gotta love you some good barbecue here in Texas, and also San Antonio. In the South Texas, the Mexican food, I love it so much, and it's just it's food. Right? Those seem very generic, and I should be more specific. But it's no, that's what makes Texas great.
Those are the things that unite us.
It's the food, it's the sports, and it's the topography here. It's the land.
I love it. Kyle Park, thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
by.
Appreciate
Kyle
it,
Park
man.
on Texas Made.